From Lubbock to Liechtenstein, or is it Liechtenstein? Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and it's true. We've got an update on the way. Apparently, no dates released yet, but let's get into the balance changes just announced, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on because you never know when the information could drop, and I'll be ready to bring it to you, I promise. Okay, you guys, all you need to do in return is use code Galadon. I'm kidding, but you could always use a creator code, and seriously, just use somebody's creator code. It is a travesty of injustice if you don't use a creator code, because it's free money from Supercell to hardworking creators like me and others. Happy if you rotate, but just make sure you're using somebody's. Okay, let's get into the important information as we watch some beautiful CWL triples from Tribe Gaming. Yes, that's right. Right after Town Hall 15, the Monolith is going to be nerfed. Now, many of you have noticed that Town Hall 15 triples have been pretty tough, especially for those of us who are amateurs, right? Man, I'll tell you right now, few and far between. So they have reduced the Monolith's damage, the percentage that it does. Remember, it does that percentage-based damage to those big hit point units at level 1 from 14 to 12%, and at level 2 from 15 to 13%. This may not seem that significant, but I would say it is enough to make a difference in those battles when you've got the Monolith locked onto a big unit like one of your heroes. So, in a rare reversal, we are seeing that Supercell decided they made defense too strong. Normally, offense is too strong in these new updates, and one would have expected the Electro Titan to be crazy strong and need a nerf. Well, neither one of those things have happened, apparently, so the Electro Titan maybe is pretty well balanced. But yes, I too hate the Monolith, and I do feel like the spell towers, by the way, man, those spell towers, once you are facing players that have 2 of them up, they are tough. They are difficult to deal with, especially the poison, and that seems to be the most commonly used setting. We just talked about this yesterday, and in fact, yesterday's video was supposed to lead into another video today that's different, but we had to postpone that because of this. So know that tomorrow we will come back with part 2 that I was talking about yesterday that's not happening today. It's happening tomorrow instead of today because of the update. Not an update, not even an update announcement, not even a sneak peek. This is simply just balance changes, right? We see these all the time. But I'll show you, by the way, at the end of the video, I'll show you the text that Supercell released that does indeed indicate that an update is upon us relatively soon. In the meantime, poison attack speed reduction from 35 to 25%. So the poison damage is still there, but the attack speed, and that, is an extremely frustrating part of it, has been nerfed. So 10% less attack speed reduction. If you do the double reverse math, you can figure that one out yourself, but it should help bring into balance a little bit the spell towers, because when you think about it, Supercell has to do a balancing within a balancing, right? They want the spell towers to be effective and not overly powerful, but also they would like to see a variety of spell tower settings, ideally. Poison, Invis, and of course, what's the other one? Why did I forget? Nobody uses it, right? Poison, Invis, and Rage. Oh yeah, Rage, of course, people use it. Dumb Galadon, don't forget these things. Yeah, so right now, Poison is the predominant setting. Perhaps with this change, we will see more players using Invis and Rage creatively. I believe there's only one other home village change, and that is the Poison Lizard is finally going to be renamed Lizzie. Not, I'm kidding, but that I dreamt about that last night. And maybe it will happen and we can have Diggy, Frosty, and Lizzie join with me in this campaign to change the Poison Lizard's name to Lizzie. But yes, okay, the Poison Lizard, probably the Valkyrie of the hero pets. And what I mean is the neglected one, the one that doesn't really get used that much. So we're actually seeing a buff to the Poison Lizard, the target search radius. Now this is specifically going to deal with what targets that Lizzie will find, and it looked like in the notes they're talking about the heroes, that Lizzie will be able to get out there and find the defending heroes a little bit more accurately when she is wandering, or he or it or they, or no, I'm not gonna get into that stuff, but when Lizzie, I'm always calling it Lizzie. It's always going to be Lizzie to me, and that's all there is to it. That's actually more important than this balance change, is the name change needs to happen. So get down there in the comments, like the video if you like the name, and hopefully we can see that change in the near future. And that's it. That's it for home village balance changes. So, this kind of says that maybe Supercell Clash of Clans they think that things are relatively balanced at the moment. And I would say, based upon everything I'm seeing in the recent tournaments and Champion 1 CWL, it's true. You know, it seems like Town Hall 15 is really difficult to 3-star, but not impossible. Although you have to remember that the game needs to be geared towards the average player. And right now, the pros may be seeing a 60 to 70% triple rate on the maxed out Town Hall 15s. That's, you know, fine. But for us average players, a 10% or less triple rate, and I'm not saying that's it, I'm just saying that feels like it. It's kind of low, it's kind of disheartening, and I would love to see more triples on my screens, especially when we get to the higher levels of Legend League. But remember, it's still very early in Town Hall 15. There are an extremely small number of fully maxed out Town Hall 15 big time spenders. It is going to be a long time before the free-to-play players get maxed out Town Hall 15 bases. Okay, so let's talk about the clan capital changes, because that's right, the only other changes in this balance announcement are over in the clan capital. And of course, sneaky archers are getting nerfed. Actually, believe it or not, I'm also kidding about this. They're not getting nerfed, and that's surprising to me. That really just, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just bad, but yes. Okay, so skeleton barrel hit points are being increased across the board. And I guess skeleton barrels, they probably, of all of the units, did feel like the weakest to me. I know that, you know, the really good players are able to recognize the weaknesses of bases and change up their attacking troops. Galadon loves battle rams and sneaky archers, and I probably always will. I'm hoping that nothing happens to them, and by me saying that they were going to get nerfed was only a prediction, not a hope, because I love it. I love getting in there and annihilating bases and grabbing big time capital gold. Although I haven't been able to get my big goal, which is 6,000 per attack or 36,000 in a raid weekend yet. That hopefully will come at some point. Okay, so let me go ahead and put up the text, the exact text published by Supercell Clash of Clans team talking about this balance update and referring to the coming update. So it does say we're kicking off the previews for the upcoming December 2022 update for Clash of Clans. So yes, there is a December 2022 update, as we all pretty much figured there probably would be, but you can see that they're not quite ready for sneak peeks yet. It says keep an eye on our official channels as we tease out what's coming. I would prefer you keep an eye on this channel. That's just me, but you know, whatever you want to do, you go right ahead and do. I put that up for just a second. You're welcome to go back and pause the video right there. Check it out. See what you can read into it as well. But for now, the balance changes are surprisingly few. Hopefully the update will be exciting. I love the Christmas season in Clash, especially, you know, what are we going to see as far as will Santa's surprise happen again? You guys know I have the Santa surprise base. What about the Christmas tree? Any other surprises up Supercell's sleeve? You know I am ready to share them with you, and just as excited to talk about the December update. So stay tuned, and thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. You know, you are the true hashtag Galafam. And that is why I love, think about, and appreciate every single one of you every single day. So get out there, make the best of the rest of your day. Week 1 thing, be kind to the people, animals, the planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for full attacks. Bet you thought I was going to go slow, but I didn't.
Galadon, not much balance changes. I guess Clash of Clans is like a gymnast. They have good balance, eh?